Dungeons is a good game mode.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
I know it has problems, I'll get to that. Captain.tv released a main game version of Stream Raiders, where the captain hosts 5-minute long battles, and crewmates can place up to 3 units in that period. After every victory, the captain gets to choose between 3 boons that will change and enhance their strategies to help them against the next fight, until they inevitably lose and start the whole process over again. It's beautifully simple and addictingly fun. As of recording this video, this is the 3rd iteration of the game mode, releasing for 2 weeks, and throughout the 2 weeks I'm over here addicted. I can't stop playing it. I might be a little biased, but let's be honest. This is the best game mode Stream Raiders has ever released. It's also the first competitive PvE that has ever been released to Stream Raiders, which before this point people were simply racing each other to the end of events, which would take upwards of 30 hours to do in certain events, and could only really happen day 1 of the new event. I have never seen more collabing together in Stream Raiders, where I see captains all hanging out in a call, talking about their own battles, while coordinating and giving advice to others about how to beat a specific map efficiently. Since a loss would mean game over, losing a ton of units would mean winning the battle but losing precious resources, and an overwhelming victory means that no resources gets used up, and the army can continue steamrolling. It sparks up a kind of inter-community discussion series of people eager to learn and to teach, and I absolutely love that about the mode. Now, the bad stuff. First and foremost, something needs to be done about the scaling of the fights and how the game mode ascertains the strength of an army. Basically, it's a new and popular trend for people to, when they lose a dungeon, to basically immediately lose on floor 1 of the next run, so that the run after that will be much easier. This basically allows captains to stomp through early levels, and ideally I wish to live in a world where that doesn't exist, and I have no idea how to solve this. Another trend is to, when a captain is particularly deep in the dungeons, to wait a full 5 or 10 minutes before starting the fights, so that their communities can gather potions so that they can flood the battlefield with epic units. Epic units and regular units don't have too much of a difference in power, and because of that, if the field is overwhelmingly epic units, captains steamroll the maps even in the later phases. My solution to this is to either tweak the game to acknowledge that epics are worth a ton compared to their non-epic friends, or to give all participants in every fight a free epic to put down. This would eliminate the almost mandatory waiting period of the later levels. Another trend is basically trying to desperately not inflate the hidden power bar of the fights. Dungeon 3 currently gives everybody Phoenix Core as a free boon, making busters sort of usable, and have buffed buster boons through the roof, yet barely anybody ever uses busters. This is because by spamming busters in a fight, that inflates the power bars so drastically that it makes the next battles almost impossibly difficult. The flip side is also true. Captains asking for flag bearers once they're comfortable with their main fighting force, or just flat out asking people to put down only 1 unit so the power doesn't rise too much. I think the solution to this problem is to not look at the power based on the units placed, but the average power of each participant. This way the battles are participant-based rather than class unit-based, so people wouldn't be shy of dropping down a buster or 2 if one is really needed. It would also be interesting to see how fights get progressively harder, but people lose their stronger units little by little. What I mean by participant-based is the average power of all of the viewers' units. These problems are what's currently holding the game mode back in terms of raw gameplay, slowing the flow of the battles and restricting the participants in such a way that almost demands a room code. There are definite balancing issues, such as the maps not even being slightly equal in difficulty, the boons themselves being a bit of a mess, the fact that low-level players are more hindrance than help, and the rewards for the game mode being not very good. But these topics are for another video entirely, since they could each take up their own. As far as the main structure of the game mode, if these back-end problems could be fixed, so that the best way to play dungeons is to smash the enemy and then immediately jump into the next battle guns blazing with little to no downtime, everything else is secondary. Thanks for listening, friends. Please subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you all next time.